Hi, so I'm KB with Nerdophiles. How are you both?
What's up,
Good. How are
KB?
you?
How are you?
I'm doing well, lovely to meet you. So let me just dive right in, and I'll start with you first, Daryl. As the writer of the film, can you talk a little bit about the decision to have her beat the cancer and us kind of see their relationship progress in love versus having Frank deal with the grief of Molly's death? Because I thought that was such a lovely, lovely ending.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of there's a longer version of that of this answer, but it was me having to sort of come to grips with why I would think that it would be better if she didn't make it, right? And sort of the trauma that I dealt with and that space that I think that we don't deserve joy
Mm,
as Black people sometimes, and I think that it's really a testament to my mother because she was the one who really you know clocked me on that and was like, well, why are you doing this thing? And I didn't really have an answer for it other than like it's sometimes it feels like we don't deserve joy when in reality we deserve all the joy.
yes.
And so and again, it's a testament to listening to Black women, in my life be like, yo, like that's wrong. We don't need that. There's enough of that like in our real lives. Like, my mother said to me, you have so much love and admiration and want to, do everything you can for Black women, and the one Black woman that you actually have control over, you're killing her. And I was
Mm.
like, wow, I really had to sit with that and try to figure out why that was. And it all sort of finds its way back to just this idea of like we don't deserve joy when we deserve all of it.
Oh, I love that answer. And for you, Arsema, do you think that Molly takes a chance on Frank because of her diagnosis, and almost kind of the safety in that a little bit? Do you think she takes this risk because she doesn't really think she'll have to be vulnerable or expect to fall in love?
It's a good question. I think, it's a lot of variables, and I think one of them is her diagnosis because you kind of see her start to, actually talk to her friends more. She goes and she starts to become the daughter that she wishes she could have been, and I think it's one of those beautiful serendipitous moments that like Frank catches her in the grocery store. In the midst of, she's at the intersection of becoming this new version of herself. And he actually is able to challenge her in a way that she's never been challenged before. So I think it's her opening the doors and then Frank also stepping up to like meet her expectations, actually surpass them even, that like allows her to then take the chance and say, do you want to come to this Christmas party with me?
Oh, okay. Okay. I love it. And so my last question is for both of you. Kind of what did working on this project teach you both about the fullness of life and the power of love in your own lives? And I can start with you, Arsema.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Um, wow. Huh. You know what? I thought I had a very clear understanding of what love in all of its ways meant. And I think this film told me that I was only scratching the surface.
Mm,
And I think that's a really jarring thing when you recognize that you actually don't know what you thought you knew. And there's also a freedom to that because I think then it means that I'm open to all the different definitions and forms and manifestations of it. Um, yeah.
Hmm.
ooh, and what about for you, Daryl?
Uh, I would say it deepened my belief that um you don't really know where love is going to be, where it's going to come from. But when it finds you, to not fight it, but to fall into it, um, and to let yourself sort of feel every part of it, because I think love is very nuanced, and it's not linear in any way. And so I think really being able to allow yourself to explore all the pieces of love is sort of what it deepened that belief in me.
Well, thank you both so much for this beautifully layered film, and thank you so much for taking time to chat with Nerdophiles. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kay. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Have a great day too. Bye.